It's a Nikon Canon.
Not too close? Are you okay?
No, you're fine.
Alright.
Alright.
If you want to stop and do your questions, it's up to you, whatever's easier for you. If you need to
Okay.
stop it. So.
Alright. So, hello, what is your name?
Mr. Fogel.
Okay. What side was the government on during the March on Washington?
I think initially President Kennedy was opposed to the march. I think he saw it as a way to create more violence and more aggression there. But I think as the march went on and there he saw it, I think Kennedy changed sides to become more pro the cause.
Okay. Why do you think that Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech became so famous and a really important part in the march?
I think part of it was his context. He used President Lincoln's ideas from Emancipation Proclamation and brought it to a modern time period. He was trying to tie the ideas of what they did in the past to what was happening now then. So I think a lot of Americans saw the progression of civil rights, and that was kind of why it was important to many people.
Okay. How do you feel about Malcolm X's comment when he said that the March on Washington was the farce on Washington?
Well, I think Malcolm X came from a very different perspective, and I think his ideas at that point in history were very different than King's. So I think from Nation of Islam's ideas there, they saw it as a appeasement of the white community there. But again, that's one side of the equation, though. So.
How did the march impact the civil rights movement?
I think it was important because it kind of was the one point that most Americans saw the video or heard it on TV or read about it there. So I think a lot of Americans had their eyes opened up to it and created this massive movement towards change. It was time for change. I think the march got people interested in this.
Do you think without the march that change would have never occurred?
I think it was part of the whole process. I think not one event changed it all. I think the combination of the protests, the marches, the ideas there all came together as a whole in many ways there. So it was an important part because it was the communication of it, but it wasn't the only thing.
Okay. Well, thank you.
That's it.
Yeah.